Hey guys, today I am filming my Project 10 Pan Spring Edition finale. I am very happy with all the progress I was able to make on these items, and I'm ready to start working on some new things. So you will see my summer Project Pan intro coming up next. But first I will talk about the 4 items I had left as of my last update. The first is something I added in at my last update. This is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I had squeezed out all that was left and put it in a little sample jar. And until I had squeezed it out, I didn't realize how little I had left, and I was able to get through that pretty quickly. So this is a basic standard silicone primer. I do like it more than the Smashbox one. That one feels a little bit more oily. This one is a little thicker. It feels a little bit more creamy. I think my foundation glides on smoothly on top of it, but it doesn't help keep me matte. It doesn't do anything for pores. It doesn't give a glow. It's just a basic primer. And I used to really like this, but now it's just okay for me. I wouldn't actually repurchase it, but it is very affordable and it's not a bad product. It just didn't do enough for me. The next thing I really didn't have high hopes for, but I was able to finish off the Hourglass blush sample. So this is their Ambient lighting blush, or Ambient, however you want to say it, and the shade Luminous Flush, which is a little bit more of a warm pinky shade. This is so beautiful on the skin. I love the color. It went on really nicely. Now, of course, it was repressed into this pan, so I don't know how the original formula would be, but I really love this color. I cannot believe it took me so long to get through this blush. Basically, using it every single day for 2 months, or like 2 months and a week. It took forever, and I thought I was going to get through this in like 2 weeks max, but no. But I was really impressed with this blush. I would love to say that I would like to buy a couple colors, but it's so expensive. Like, the Hourglass blushes are so expensive, I don't think I can, but let me know your all's experience with them. I'm really happy I put it into this project. I thought it was going to be a gimme product, and it definitely surprised me, and I have learned my lesson about putting in little sample blushes because they still last me ages. But I'm happy I worked on this because I really did love this color and potentially the formula. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how much the formula changed in the repressing. That was a sample from So Schwa that my friend Jean had gifted me. So Schwa is no longer in business, I believe. The next product is my Pixi and Aspen Ovard highlighter in London Lustre. I had hit pan on this previously, but I was continuing to work on it to see how I could expand the pan, and I have definitely expanded it. I have used up a ton right here in the center, and right here it's still very thin, so if I used it for another week or 2 weeks, I could expand this pan even more, and I think I might do that. I mean, I'm ready to start working on my summer highlighters and get some use out of those, but just seeing how close I am to more pan is very exciting. But I was really nervous about hitting pan on this one at all, but I was able to. I am bummed that this was a limited edition, but you might still be able to find it on the Target website. Even when it had gotten taken off the shelves, I was still able to see it on the website. This is a very nice highlighter. It's a super smooth formula. It is very pigmented, and it does have a really nice glow to it. I'm very impressed with this, and I did just see that Pixi is doing another collab launch, which is so awesome. I really hope that I get this collection because everything looks amazing. Out of all the different collabs they've done, I think this one is gonna be my favorite. He came out with 2 different glowy powders that are a little bit deeper, so they're going to be nice like blush toppers, bronzer toppers. It really depends on your skin tone, so I can't wait to try those, but the formula, amazing. The last item I have here is this mini of the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 2. I just finished this a few days ago. I am filming this on June 1st, and I was surprised how long it took me to get through this, and as you can see, completely used up, and I have since gone back to using my staple micro pencil, which is the NYX Micro Brow, and I do still love it, but it's a little bit more dry than this one. This one is creamy without being too creamy, and this formula is amazing. It's really easy to draw onto brow hairs, draw onto the skin. It does stay in place really well. Love the color range. I could go for number 1 or number 2. Really enjoy this product. I do think that the NYX works very similarly, and it is so much cheaper. I don't know that I could spend the money on this, but I absolutely love it, and I would be ecstatic to get more of this pencil in my shade. So I was able to hit my goal on everything officially, which is so exciting. So now I'm going to run through all the other items in this project just to give you my final thoughts about whether I would repurchase them or not. If you want more in-depth thoughts, check out my other updates. So I've got some primers here. The first is the Murad Age Reform Invisiblur Perfecting Shield with broad spectrum SPF 30. No, didn't do much for me. I actually prefer the Ordinary over that one. CoverFx Mattifying Primer. I actually already have this in the full size. One of my favorite primers. Not a miracle worker, but it does work very, very well for, I would say, like normal combo or oily skin. So definitely recommend that one. Then I have a little mini of the Benefit Porefessional. It did work for me, but I have other pore filling primers I prefer, so I will not repurchase this one. The next thing I used up was the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 110 Porcelain. Great shade match for me. I do really enjoy this foundation, but it's not a holy grail. It's something I would potentially purchase in the future, but I have plenty more foundations I need to use up first, but I would definitely recommend it for a good drugstore foundation. Next, I used up the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 04. I was using this as an under eye concealer. It works really nicely for that, gives good coverage, and this is something I do really enjoy and I will definitely repurchase. Then I've got like a million powders I used up. The first one is the 1 ounce size of the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is one of my all-time favorite translucent loose powders. It's amazing for under the eyes and setting the face, and this is something that I have already repurchased and I will continue to do so. I'm hoping that they will continue to have this every 21 days of beauty and I will restock every single time. It's really phenomenal and it's such a good price for the amount of product that you get. Beauty Deals BFF did a breakdown of a bunch of different high-end and drugstore loose powders, and that one I think has like the best value. So, and that's when it's full price, but when you can get it half off, like the best value ever. So love that powder. Then I used up the MakeUpForEver Ultra HD loose powder. I think this is garbage. The Dermablend is way, way better, so I would never repurchase that. Then I had 2 little minis of the CoverFx Perfect Setting Powder in the Translucent Light shade. I did enjoy this one a lot better this time, but it's still not something I would repurchase. I do prefer the Dermablend and the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powders. Then I had a couple pressed ones. This is the NYX Hashtag No Filter powder in the shade Porcelain. It was a baked powder and I love the way this looked on my skin. It gave some good coverage and color, and this is something that I would definitely repurchase. I also used up the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder in the transparent shade. Holy Grail touch-up powder. I have already repurchased this. I always have one going in my collection. I used up 2 setting sprays. The first is the Badescu facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. Didn't do anything for me. It's not supposed to be a makeup setting spray, but that's just how I chose to use it up. But I wouldn't use it as a skincare step, so I would not repurchase that. Then I have a little Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I do like this one. I think it is good. I've told you before, I don't know that setting sprays do anything crazy for me, but I do have several more of these that I will use up. Whenever I get these in freebies, I never give them away to anybody else. I always keep them because I do like it. So that is a good setting spray. Then I did use up the full size of the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 2. I already told you guys how much I love that. Then I did use up one eyeshadow. This is Urban Decay Strange from the Naked 3 palette. It is a light matte cream. It's a little bit on the paler side, so it has a little bit of white mixed in, but it's more of a pinky undertone. I was using this to set my primer and it worked perfectly. I love the formula and that shade, but even if it was sold individually, I wouldn't pay $18 for a matte cream. And my greatest accomplishment here is that I was able to use up 2 lip products, 1 deluxe sample and then 1 full size. So the deluxe sample here is the Beauty by Pop Sugar Be the Boss lip gloss in the shade Time After Time. It was a nice formula, but I would not repurchase it. And at my Ulta, I've seen this brand on sale. I don't know if they're getting rid of it already because I don't think it was that popular, honestly. So I would probably use another mini if I got it, because I think the color and the formula is nice, but I would never repurchase it. Even if it was like $3 on sale, I just don't need it that bad. I didn't love it that much. And I've got a lot of lip products that I'd rather try new ones or use up what I've got instead of repurchasing one, unless it's like a true holy grail. The other thing I finished was the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the shade Pure Peach. The color is very beautiful. I felt it was very comfortable, but it's not my favorite formula. It wears away really quickly. The scent is a little strong for me. It leaves that inner white rim, which I absolutely hate. So this is not something I would repurchase, and you actually do not get very much product for your money. It looks like you do, but the sticker down here is really covering up how much excess packaging you have. So this is not something I would repurchase, but super happy that I got my money's worth and used it up completely. So guys, that was my Project 10 Pan Spring Edition for 2019. I would love to know your thoughts if you tried out any of these products in the comments down below. And I would also love to know what you are panning currently. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.